Good day, global crypto enthusiasts. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you Wednesday, January 30th, 2019. We're going to save the market for last and do a review of the market and what's been going on. We'll get started with some news first. Start off with some global stuff. Fintech company stealing parade receiving global funding of around $40 billion. Stealing the show, fintech companies like Plaid and Ant Financial, amongst a host of other giants, are showing no signs of slowing down as they continue not only to command the market but also rake in the investments too. The article goes on to say venture-backed organizations that are technology-first companies that leverage software to compete with traditional financial services and institutions, banks, credit cards, networks, in the delivery of traditional financial services, lending, payments, and investing. Although cash issuers such as Visa and MasterCard performed reasonably well last year, they're still being left in the trails by the fintech firms. So what this is telling us is that it always takes time, and technology isn't something that gets implemented in 1 or 2 years. Like some of the great minds on YouTube have to say, some of this stuff takes 7 to 10 years. So let's go over some of their robust investments. While the fintech sector performed generally well globally, Asian companies stunned performance predictions, bumping up investments quotas, and are perfect for the example of how financial technology companies are rapidly taking over the markets. Fintech firms are now firmly invested in different sectors, including banking, wealth, and lending services. Asian companies and payment affiliates of the Alibaba Holding Group and Financial showed immense increase, commanding more than a third of the total funding that fintechs receive globally, boasting investments to the sum of $14 billion. So like I had stated in previous videos, I'm a firm believer that when the US dollar actually does crash in the next couple of years, well, sooner, who knows, that Asia, Russia, and China are going to be the three big financial leaders in the space, and now you can see where they're investing all their money. So, Kucoin delists 7 altcoins, including Polymath and Substratum. Yeah, look at the article. One of the most hyped projects of 2017 is getting the axe. If anybody had watched any of my earlier videos, we had mentioned that the biggest reason that a lot of the crashes had happened in early of 2018 was due to YouTubers coming out and shilling these projects and mentioning the word white paper. The word white paper crushed this market more than anything. So according to Kucoin's announcements, the following coins are going to be removed, which is ArcBlock, ABT, Aeron, ARN, Data, DTA, IHT, Real Estate Protocol, Polymath, QuantStamp, and Substratum. Now, the big thing on this list to notice are ArcBlock, Polymath, QuantStamp, and Substratum. ArcBlock is a solid project. I don't know what happened to that team. I haven't looked into it lately, but when they pass every security test and they look promising, that's an issue. So that's probably something internal. So most of these are taken off because they don't have any volume and no one's buying or trading them. Polymath to me has always been a total piece of shit when you look at their advisors and who's running that company. I don't care if it's a Canadian company. Their advisory board is a fucking joke. QuantStamp, I had said it earlier in the year and I'll say it again. QuantStamp is just basically a company that reviews a smart contract. And to me, if you need somebody to review your contract, why would you have a computer do it? You're going to pay a human being to do that for you. Substratum, they've had a lot of problems in the last little bit, but I know a lot of people that are getting torched on that. So, Kucoin notes that all relative trading pairs will be closed on February the 3rd, 2019, and withdrawals will be supported until 1800. This news comes a week after Kucoin added several trading pairs for a newly launched private coin, Grin. Grin is now live on Kucoin with BTC, Ethereum, and Tether trading pairs. Next in the news is TRON. TRON allegedly targeted by U.S. Securities and the SEC. Allegedly. Okay? This is what we're talking about, the FUD, the fear, the uncertainty, and the doubt. TRON has been busy attracting the cryptocurrencies community's attention, but the fame may come at a price. The project allegedly caught an eye of U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, which may pile a world of trouble. And this all comes from a tweet. This guy named Thomas Scholes says on his tweet, "I just heard from an SEC insider." Literally, his comment was, to stay away from TRON. Now, how that's not, if these companies were registered to begin with, this guy should be in jail to begin with, because you look at stuff like that and you look at a thing on what Elon Musk did and the damage that SEC caused to Musk and to Tesla. When you get people coming out here and spreading FUD like that, it's just ridiculous. Schultz's tweet set off a chain reaction throughout the whole crypto community, where opinions are already sharply divided about the much hyped project. Okay, so TRON funder Justin Sun is a prominent figure in the crypto industry. His aggressive marketing tactics have helped him create a buzz, but he also creates criticism. So again, in my my previous videos, I've talked about how TRON's founder Justin Sun is the Twitter master. Where these people are wrong is today's world. It doesn't matter how good your tech is. If people can make money off a piece of shit, they're still going to make money off a piece of shit. But in business, marketing is 70 to 80% of your business, and the other 20 to 30% is your actual product. So the fact that this guy is so good at marketing, the jealousy and the ridiculousness is sickening. All right, so the article goes on to mention the aforementioned issues might hurt the project in the long run, but how does SEC actually fit in? Schultz's followers pointed out that the TRON Foundation is a Chinese company, which means that SEC may not have limited power over it. Moreover, plenty of supporters believe that TRON's coins are not securities. Well, they're actually not securities. They're being used to trade within the gaming. Sun's aggressive marketing helped attract investors and gain influence. The problem is they believe that TRON is still constantly ripping off Ethereum, and a lot of these people are still whining about the price of Ethereum. So that's what it really comes down to, is jealousy. Nothing solid going on. Just lots of FUD. Next, cryptocurrency lending firm Genesis Capital processed over 1.1 billion in 2018. This is coming from their most recent digital asset lending snapshot for Q4 of 2018. At the end of Q3 2018, the company published its first report, which was 553 million. The company claims that despite 44% price and decline in Bitcoin, its loan book increased to 153 million in active loans, up 20 million from the third quarter. So even though the price is going down, people are still investing. The company further notes that Ethereum borrowing more than doubled since Q3, but still accounts for only less than 10%. So that's how many people are still getting into and betting on Bitcoin, basically. And our last little piece of news is top Russian officials urges parliament to discuss draft crypto bill without any further delays. Like, again, I've said it a ton of times, Russia, Asia, China, they're gearing up. North America is being left behind. The chairman of the upper house of Russian parliament has urged MPs to expedite their work on digital economy bills. Valentina Matvienko, who has headed up the Federation Council since 2011, spoke to officials from several institutions. According to Matvienko, these bills have already spent a year in Duma, the lower house of Russian parliament, without any significant changes. She urges the MPs to find out what's hindering this and basically get their shit together and hurry up already. So later in January, the head of the Committee on Financial Markets, Anatoly Askavov, set a deadline for the discussion, stating that Parliament will review the crypto bill by the end of February. This is awesome news, and if you missed any of my other previous videos, we had talked about how Russia has basically 30 acres of Bitcoin mining equipment, all being currently set up and ready to go. So it is almost the end of January, so let's have a quick look at our overall market cap for the month. The highest we hit for this month was right about there, $125 billion for the market. The low was just the other morning at 111.7. So that's still incredibly way off from the 900 billion mark. So let's give our market cap a quick refresh. Bitcoin's still sitting at 3480. Anybody moving? Again, oh, look at Bugra coin, 30%. Like, seriously? 24-hour volume, $24,000. Piece of shit coin, couple of dollars, pumps it up. That stuff shouldn't even be listed. Should be separate categories. And then our red for the week, that's not bad. The other day we looked, everything was in double digits. Right now it's just Revain. Again, Revain and Holochain were the big movers there last week. And look at, again, pump and dump. See, look at, there's your chart, there's your pump, and there's everybody in there that got stuck. Where's Holochain? Same thing. There's your pump, and everybody getting stuck, trying to get out of there now. So that's all we got for global crypto news today. January 30th, 2019. This is 88 Fantastic signing out. Take care, y'all.